Hi everybody. I don't have Bill with me today, but I do have a different guest host. This is Vader. He's going to join us today, and you can see that in honor of a science lesson and in honor of Bill Nye, he's also dressed up and wearing his tie. So who knows what he's seeing over there, but looks like something of interest. So he's our guest host today, but I'm going to let him go explore some of the plants, which is what we're going to talk about. Like I said, the first place to start with the botany scavenger hunt is always the instruction sheet, so make sure that you're reading through that. One of the reminders on it is that you don't have to pick things. You don't have to pick a flower or pick a plant or pick leaves off of trees in order to do this. You should often be able to just hold the scavenger hunt sheet up and take a picture of it. So for example, one of the things that I have right here are just some really simple leaves, and that's the first thing on the top, simple leaf with smooth edges. So I can just hold that item next to the scavenger hunt sheet, and I'd be able to, oh, it did get picked. Luckily it's in my yard. So, but you don't necessarily need to. I'm using a tripod, so that makes it a little bit harder, right? So we have right here a simple leaf with smooth edges, and that's what you see right here. The vein comes off right in the center, and it's just a smooth edged plant. So if you're gonna take a picture of this, you'll wanna always use your finger or a pencil or something to indicate which one you're holding it up to, or make sure that it's just really clear. If I had one of these leaves, okay, I might just make sure that I hold it here like that. And then if I took a picture of that, it would be really obvious which one. Make sure that you're not sort of putting it in between where I wouldn't know which one it is. If it takes up a lot of space, then like I said, use your finger to point to it or to take a photo of it. So I'm gonna walk you through a couple of things that I have. So here's another one that I found in the yard. This is a simple leaf with serrated edges. And so again, you could actually be able to take a picture of multiple of these things at the same time. You know, so you could take one picture and you could hold them up. All right. Notice on each of the items that there's a point system next to it. So for each week, you're going to need to find 20 points worth of scavenger hunt worth of plant structure. So there's a front and back. Don't repeat them. So if you have already done a simple leaf, then don't look for any more simple leaves. You just get 1 point for one simple leaf, even over the 2 weeks. So make sure that you're sort of crossing them off or checking them off if you've done them. There are a lot of 1 point things, but there are some 3 point things and 2 point items on here, structures. This one is kind of a fun one, flat conifer needle or rounded conifer needle. The trick is to take it in your fingers and roll it. So take one of the needles off of it and then you just roll it between your fingers. And you can kind of see it doesn't roll easily in my fingers. It can kind of feel clicking. Well, that's because it's flat. It's not a rounded needle. So that one would be on here as flat. All right, so I take a picture of it, clearly indicating that it's a flat needle. All right, so far I've shown you a simple leaf, a simple serrated leaf, a flat needle. I also have this false Solomon seal here. Notice that the pattern of the leaves coming off of that stem are alternating. There are sort of 2 options where the leaves are opposite of each other on both sides or alternating left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and so on. So this is called false Solomon seal. It's a little bit different than Solomon seal. You might have a plant, either one of these plants in your yard. They're native to the area, woodland areas. False Solomon seal has the flowers up at the front. Solomon seal has flowers along the stem. So a little difference there if you like to identify plants like I do. Anyway, so you'll see that that is one of your options on here. So alternate. So again, you would show me the item, make sure that it's clear which item you're indicating. So however you're going to put it on there, you know, put a pencil on there or something and point to it. Make sure it's clear. All right, so take a photo of that alternating, make sure I can see the part and that it's alternating. Okay, so that's how you'll do it. Like I said, you can take a photo or you can take a video of it and then you can submit it to me in any of those ways. The purpose is to, again, just to go out, just to enjoy being outside, hone your observation skills, your science observation skills, where you're starting to look close at some things, close at the vein patterns, close at alternating patterns, and then looking at how the vascular systems of plants work. So always just kind of paying attention to those things that we saw in those 2 videos that you're going to watch. One other thing I want to point out briefly is vascular systems. So I mentioned that not all plants have vascular systems, and here is a little piece of moss, right? You guys have all seen moss, and you can see the reproductive parts up here. Moss is a plant, but it's a non-vascular plant. That's why moss doesn't get very big, is because it doesn't have the vascular system to move water all the way up to the tops of the leaves, or the phloem to move that food. So it's going to remain really small and really short so that it doesn't have to use those systems to move nutrients around. So this is a non-vascular plant. And in fact, moss is one of the items you can see on here as well. This is a 3-point item. So again, you would show me that picture and you can actually see, you see that little reproductive part here. I'll try that again. And you can see that, and you can actually see that here. So pretty cool. You can see them right behind my finger, right? So just some really cool structures. Go out, have fun, pay attention to plants, enjoy the activity, and watch a couple of videos and learn about the vascular systems and photosynthesis and cellular respiration and carbohydrates and all of those things in the next couple weeks. And then we'll move on to a couple other topics. Enjoy.